Welcome, Ji. Let's discuss on reactive stream how we can create mono. Okay, and mono is a kind of a publisher, and that's emit data to subscriber. As you know, there are two kind of publisher in reactor we can create. One is mono, another is flux. So as know, mono is only kind of take a value, uh, take some value or take some nothing. Okay, that means zero value or one value. These two possible value can omit. Yeah, they cannot omit publish any value, or they can publish only one value. For those purpose, the mono publishers are used. So let us look how many factory method, what are the different way available in reactor factory method, so that we can create a mono. Okay, so there are multiple factory method available. In this way, we can create your mono object. So for those, I am giving you some which factory method name that is creating your mono object. One is the empty, that is the create a mono that complete without emitting any items. Whenever we are creating your mono object with the empty method, in that case your mono is complete without emitting any items. There is a famously use in generally always use say just take one object and create a new mono that emit specified item which is capturing at instantiation time. When we are creating a instance of mono from a just, at that time we have to pass one object. That object is emitted by this publisher. And apart from the just, there are some more method available. uh, just are empty, runnable, from callable, from future, from supplier, from completion stage, and error and never. So lots of methods in the as a factory method available, from which we can create a mono. So I am going to just show here how we can, as in a code perspective, how we can create a mono object. So we have to use help of mono as a vector method, and that we have a simple way to just make a uh, first I have to empty, then just in this way mono object is created. And if you subscribe this mono and try to print, if you subscribe it and try to stump that out, and if you notice, whenever you are running it, they are not uh, publishing any data to subscriber. Even you can try to mono dot log, and if you again run it, okay, you notice one subscriber is subscribed, but whenever subscriber subscribe, after that say completed without giving any kind of publishing any data, because this mono empty create one mono object, but that does not publish any item as it is completed. So this is on completion. Okay, and if you notice, this is the one way, and the majorly way generally we are creating a mono while developing application is the just create a new mono that emit the specified item. So let's write a code for the same. If I'm going to write a mono dot just here you can pass multiples. You can kind of any kind of object, maybe the object string, number, any kind of data, published data, or test data. You can say test data you can pass here. Now, so that is the way. And now, if you subscribe it, but subscribe into the, and if you notice, now the test data is published. If you want to show the log, just just dot log. In log, we have a look at what actually happened in this code. And now, if you look, this is the first here. Uh, this is just one we have subscribed, and then request unbound, and after that on next. On next is publishing data to subscriber test data, and now consumer, this is your subscriber, now subscribe this value. And after that, whenever there is no any more data, this is only one data, so one item on next sent to the your subscriber, and after that they are getting a complete signal. Now your mono is completed. So, and these are the another factory method available for the creating mono, just like just or empty. Sometimes you can use also the same way here. Dot just here you can just pass a data, and there is one another just an empty kind of a optional, just this is the one way of passing an object to the particular method argument. That object can contain value or does not contain value. Okay, in this way you can use the data. So I'm just trying to check any value like 1 2 3, and just I want to in the sometimes in generally sometime we create our publisher, just after that we are doing perform some operations, and then web subscribe. So these all operations you can do in one line. Now at this line you have a got your mono. Okay, and after that again just you apply your subscriber. So instead of writing a subscriber, and you can just look. So generally, whenever we are writing a program multiple times, generally not writing multiple line, instead of writing the one line. Thus, this is the your and if you want to log or you want to convert some. So here subscriber either subscribe on next 1 to 3 value. Subscriber is subscribe those value, and after on complete. So these are the different way. Also, sometime we can create our mono object with the help of some existing object, runnable, callable, future, or supplier. You can also. Let's say I'm writing the one example for if you want to runnable, runnable. So if you notice, Runnable is a kind of a functional interface, and that functional interface means we can implement this Runnable interface via lambda expression. So if I'm trying to say, if here I'm Runnable, here I'm trying to say, if I'm creating here a mono dot from Runnable, so we have to pass here a runnable object. The runnable is your functional interface. So you have to pass the implementation class of this object runnable. So instead of manually create the class and implement runnable interface, we have a implement through lambda expression as well as why this interface is a functional interface. There is only one method run. You can override this definition. This does not take any return value, cannot return any value, does not take any input. So we have write like a runnable equal to and input types, and this is the arrow definition and your body. The here input types your if you look here, they not need any input argument. You can, here you are not passing anything, and here in definition you can pass any uh, just without I am in renewable interface renewable IP. Okay, and here you can pass renewable. You are creating your mono from the your renewable, and then just check a log, and then just subscribe this and check what kind of value uh, what whatever input they take, just sop sorry out out the input. Here I'm trying to say this runnable does not return any value. So whenever they are executed at that times, the particular this message will display. But this is mono subscriber. They are not publishing or sending any value to the subscribers. But still you are able to display this message while running this uh, runnable object. Here on subscriber you have created runnable, then your request unbound, and after the whenever request unsubscribe this I am from Runnable I am been implemented, and after that this publisher does not send any on next uh, just like a previous or next send some value. Here they are not sending any value because they does not return any value and just incomplete. If you want some return value for that, callable interface. If you so we have another implementation like mono dot from callable, and this if you look the callable interface, and this you take a implementation of callable interface. If you go to the callable interface, is again callable interface is a functional interface, and they have only one method call, and here we have option they return some value but and also throw some exception, but here you cannot pass any input argument. So this is the functional interface, so we can implement this interface via lambda expression. Yeah, lambda expression. So let's implement the callable interface. Callable interface, callable to they will not take any value and but return some value. So let's see this out. I am in callable IMPL, and then IMPL, and then I return some, let's say return 101 value. That's 500. Okay. So here we have implement. Now we can pass your callable object into the mono. From here, from callable, you have created your mono, and then here you can supply log, then subscribe this publisher system, and if you run it here, now you notice here so first your unsubscribe, no, then you have requested, means become a request established, then this message I am in callable are printed. After that, whenever this callable complete activity, they return some value. This return value from publisher to publish to the subscriber, and then this is the on next method, and this 500 value sent to the subscriber, and this is the subscriber consumed my value, and they return this value, and consumer just print the value, and consumer consumes this value. In this way, we can create your mono from the callable as well as. Sometimes you have another option. You can create a mono from future as well as. Let's look what the future do. Mono dot from future, and future here you notice in future you can pass multiple one, pass our supplier, or you can pass completable future. Let's say I'm passing completable future. So here first I'm completable future. Let's key I'm just returning some integer value. Integer value completable future. Completable future has some factory method to create completable future. Completely this is supply async. I am just passing no any input. I just returning return some value like here. I am out. I am inside the uh, completable future async. And after that, after we have return some value. Let's get done 300. So here you can pass your completable feature. And after that, we just check a log. And after that, just subscribe. And dot enter. And now if you check it, oh yeah. So here, this is the your I am callable IMP. This was future I'm inside a return 300. No, what happened? I'm just check it. Oh, might be we have to wait for the output that would be completed. Let's keep 3 dot sleep for some time. Sleep for and they want to throw some exception. Just I'm throwing those exception. Method will handler. And now if I am run it, oh let's okay correct. Here you notice us the whenever we are passing completable feature, that completable feature go run from your common thread pool. That thread pool take some time to return the value. So I'm inside your completable feature, and whenever this common thread pool returns some value, and then this 300 values pass publisher, your mono publisher omit data to the subscriber. Now if this is a subscriber or a consumer, consume this value, and after that your mono is completed. So these are the different way we can create our mono object, and also we have one from supplier. Instead of here indirectly we are passing a supplier, so here from direct you can create a mono from supplier. From supplier, here pass your whatever your supplier. If you look here, supplier is a interface, and this interface can be implemented by functional interface. This is the functional interface, so we can implement this supplier interface as a lambda expression. And instead of creating a separate instance, of the lambda expression, we can directly pass your method input argument and your value here itself. And here I will just write uh, s out I am inside the supplier here MPL, and after that they return some value that like return some value like 200. Okay, now you have created your mono, and then after that you can apply log, and you can apply associate some subscriber, and if you now you check it to this, and here we notice that this is our uh, one publisher is published and connected to the subscriber, and publisher publish 200 value, and is subscribed subscribe to 200 value, and here I am inside from a Supplier interface. So Spring project Reactor provide the huge list of factory method from which we can create this mono object, this mono object. Mono is a kind of a publisher. A publisher is the in the reactive stream publisher publish data, and if some consumer have a associated subscribes those publisher, they can get data. Okay, so in generally mono is kind of a publisher. They omit only single item, one item or nothing. They are not run any value. So whenever sometime in January on which I have worked the application where generally we are using a mono. Generally we are a legacy application, we are invoking some value. They return only one value. So whenever we want to, we have only one value, I will pass somewhere and again do calculation, again pass somewhere. This is one object you are passing somewhere. That means you can use the mono. Mono is the suit for kind of data which you want to pass, and subscriber consume those data in a one object form. So in those scenario generally we are using the mono, and flux generally used in the case of we have a list of items, a value, and now you want to pass some consumer, and consumer can consume this value. For those we are using the flux. If you have only one object and you want to pass, and some consumer want to consume this value, this value, this value, then the mono is the fit for this kind of requirement. So just if you want to more detail, just go to the project reactor documentation. In this documentation and API, they have given a very good explanation with the images how these are the factory methods that help us to create mono object. Okay, so hope it will be useful. Thank you for watching this video.